Rico Knows here. Hey, so story time. A couple of months ago, I was interviewing Caleb Mathis on TikTok Live. He was just joining my live show like he usually does. Say what's up, give him a shout out. You know, we do what we do. But I decided to get him on the show, bring him in for an interview. And during the interview, I wanted to segue to maybe a lesser known player, somebody on the team nobody knows about. So one of the questions I asked Caleb was, hey man, who is the hardest working guy on the team, or who's the most underrated guy on the team that nobody knows about? Who's a stud at practice or in workouts that nobody knows about? And he just said it so fast that I was caught off guard. He goes, oh, that's Jordan. And I thought to myself, oh, okay. And I kind of played it off. I was like, okay, Jordan, huh? And I knew who Jordan is. And who he was talking about was Jordan Onovughe. Onovughe. I apologize. It's a Nigerian name. I struggle with certain pronunciations. But Jordan Onovughe, freshman wide receiver. He's going to be a redshirt freshman this year. He was injured most of last year. And I said, are you sure, Jordan? And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, he's extremely athletic, one of the most gifted guys naturally. He's just been dealing with some injuries. He's having to overcome his injuries. And I thought, man, what's the deal here? So I saw a couple of months ago, just after we had this conversation, Caleb and I have this conversation. A couple of weeks later, Coach Prime brings up Jordan up, and he's like, why are you the hardest worker? You know, you do things when nobody's looking. You work really hard. And Coach Kelly, before he left, he said, hey, we have DB meetings. We have defensive back meetings, position group meetings. And Jordan Onovughe shows up to our position group meetings. He shows up to the DB meetings because he wants to know what defensive backs are being taught, so he knows how to beat them in coverage, so he knows what to look for when he's out there playing the game. He just does everything the right way. He works hard. So if you look at Jordan's thing here, he's 6'2", 200 pounds. They say he was a 3-star recruit, right? They say he was 3 stars, played in California, got all these ranks. But if you look a little closer, played at Mater Dei, one of, if not the best high school in America, one of the best, or if not the best, 29-1, all this other stuff. But he looks in here and it says in his career, he had 51 receptions, 576 yards, and 4 touchdowns. As a senior, he compiled nearly all of those yards and touchdowns. He didn't play till his senior year of high school. Imagine being a Division I level athlete and you don't play at the varsity level until your senior year. How much did you have to learn, earn? Like, nothing's given to you. You're at Mater Dei. So for him to parlay one season of high school football into a Division I offer, we hear that all the time, but it's remarkable to hear about a kid in this day and age just waiting his turn. So here he is at Colorado, no stats his freshman year, he was injured, just waiting his turn. But how good is he? So I went back and I looked at Mater Dei stats. And when I look at Mater Dei stats for that season, his senior year, he was 4th on the team in receiving. There it is. Despite having 500 yards receiving, he was the 4th leading receiver. So who's ahead of him? Well, all these underclassmen, and I got it, Marcus Brown, just committed to Stanford, paired up with Elijah Brown. They're going to go be a team and a tandem at Stanford, and he's a special talent. That is a great football player, Marcus Brown. That's a great get by Stanford, by the way. Okay. The second leading receiver on the team, I think, was Marcus Harris. Yep, Marcus Harris. They just gave him his 5 stars. Shout out to him. Good luck. He's a stud. And then Jack Wrestler, just committed to Oregon. 4-star wide receiver committed to Oregon. So when you're sitting the bench to these guys, or you're backup, and you're not as good as they are theoretically or supposedly, it's really hard to get recruiting stars, really hard to get stats, and it's hard to get reps at practice, in games, and yet here's Jordan, 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think that's pretty damn sweet. But it's just, there's like a maturity thing here, where like most people would have quit or transferred or left. So when you go look it up and you go look at his stats, what Jordan did in one of these games, you guys see it here, 8 catches, 117 yards and a touchdown over Bishop Gorman. They just won the national title, the mythical national title in high school football this year. Bishop Gorman, a perennial power out of Vegas, out of Nevada. So shout out to Jordan for actually doing the damn thing when he finally got his chance to see the field. And I hope he sees the field this year for Colorado. But out of respect for him, I'm going to pull it into screen. Let's go look at Jordan's huddle tape. If you guys didn't know, I do high school film reviews. I do blind reaction high school film reviews on TikTok. That's what I do. So people pay me to do high school film reviews of players. I'm going to sit here, and I've actually never seen the tape. I hit play to make sure it worked, but I've never seen, or to get through the commercial, I apologize. Never seen the tape of Jordan in high school. And I'm going to pull it up and see what I see. All I see here is 4.28 GPA. It's a hell of a GPA. Congratulations. But let's see what we got on tape from this amazing wide receiver. Now, he plays at modern day. So there's a certain level of, I guess, efficiency and proficiency in their offense. You can see it here. They're playing against Bishop Gorman. I recognize the field immediately. I recognize the G. They have yard markers every 5 yards instead of every 10. They're fancy. They do their thing. But he's up here. They already marked him. They played slightly. He's in man coverage. They're pressing him in the red zone. Let's see what happens. No press, really, and just wins a 50-50 ball and high points it. I love when a receiver high points the ball with just his hands. And no ball is really 50-50. We call it a 50-50 ball, but the reality is somebody has the advantage over the other, and he makes the play. So congratulations. Shout out to Jordan on that one. Let's see what we have here. It looks like they're just pressing all across the board. That's very ballsy of them, seeing all the receivers we just saw on tape. We know one of them's the Oregon commit wrestler here, and then you got the two Marcus guys. Let's go and let's see what we do up top. Shout out to Jordan. It's tough to get separation, but he does get on top of that DB and then high points the ball. DB never gets a ball call, never finds it. That's poor ball skills, pause. But shout out to Jordan again. I think they're going to eat all game long. I don't know who this is against. I don't recognize the colors, whatever they're playing on. But it looks like, and despite the coverage, it looks like two high safeties. Sometimes when you see two high safeties cover two, it'll look like a cover two, but it's really quads. But that's this rolled up corner here tells me cover two, unless they're doing a different coverage on the backside. It happens. So let's see what happens here. Oh, it looks like man with safety over the top. But that's a huge cushion. Just take a quick hitch and go. What I'll say about Jordan is he looks strong after the catch. He hit the circle button. He looks strong, man. And he looks like he runs hard. He accelerates hard. These defenses just go to press him. They give these other guys a lot more space. I don't think they respect his speed, but they press him. The lesser known of everybody out there. Check out the screen, though. Got that bubble going. Pause again. Great job. Just winning a fade out here. High pointing the ball. My goodness. Deja vu. No, he's inbounds. 1 foot. Now we're at practice. At the top of the screen. And they bail out late. Just going to go. I'm even. I'm leaving. What a great catch. You know, over-the-shoulder catches matter. If you've ever played receiver in your life and you got a helmet on, peripheral vision is minimal, and especially when you lose sight of that ball coming over your head. A lot of people don't know when they're watching the games from home, or if they played a different position, they don't understand. Making a catch over the shoulder, over the head, when you lose sight of the ball for just a split second, that's a very difficult catch. It wasn't truly over the head all the way, but the fundamentals are there, and I like it. Yeah, that's good. Bailing in coverage, trying to jam him, trying to reroute him. That's your cover two, classic. And instead of hitting the hole in the pocket, you know, there's that window in cover two between the corner and the safety. And instead of gunning it in there, Elijah Brown tried to beat him over the top because he thought he had the safety beat. It's a little underthrown, actually, because he did have the safety beat. That corner does his best to reroute in the flats. But right here, once you get that release, right there, boom. This is when Elijah Brown makes his read. I'm going to throw this over the top instead of trying to hit this window here. I don't blame him. It's not bad. But if you're going to throw it over the top, you got to lead him outside. You can't be short on the inside. That's a pick anywhere else. But that DB doesn't know what he's doing. All right. We got trips on the bottom of the field. That means you got one-on-one coverage out here. No safety, no linebacker help. I don't know why this linebacker's not helping. I can tell you this. Before the snap, I'd run a slant. We sent a man in motion just to make sure it's man, but this is a slant all day. Unless that linebacker drops to take away the slant, I'm throwing the slant. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'm just Rico. Boom, slant. And like I said, the only thing is this guy here is going to bring a defender with him, but still, it's just easy to read high school defenses and know what route you should be running against it. Shout out to you, Jordan. Oh, look at that. Great. The yak is real. He looks so strong after the catch. He does. I'm impressed with that. I watch high school film every day. I watch at least 20 different huddle tapes every day. You guys don't know, come to the TikTok. You'll see it. Shout out to all the guys. We got quads. Quick hitch. Good. Found some room. Hey, these guys don't want to attack you. Yeah, he just looks strong. Can you imagine he's lifting? If he's healthy, man, I don't know. It doesn't feel good. See, this is what I'm talking about. Even all the way across the board, about a 7 or 8 yard cushion, but you're manned up. And that's a great anticipation throw because that ball is in the air right now before he ever made his break. Shout out to Elijah Brown, obviously Stanford commit, 4-year starter at Mater Dei. Throwing these balls early. Trips right. They leave him all alone on the bottom of the screen. Whew. That's a hell of a throw. It's a great catch or whatever. That's a throw, bro. That's threading the needle like you wouldn't believe. And now we're going over the top. The one thing I will say, what a great catch. One foot in. The one thing I will say is Elijah Brown, no progression read there. Just stayed on him, on Jordan at the snap. Let's see it. Easy. What a great catch over the middle. No, he's going to get hit by the free safety. Doesn't hear any footsteps. Just runs right at him. We're stacked. Quick. Oh, just great. Look at this. The lateral movements there, making people miss in space. He looks great, man. Oh, wow. So this is great. You're open. You're going to catch it, whatever, right? But check this out. Oh, that's the last play. When I look at that last play, they're going to give me a commercial. I don't want commercials. Give me a second here. I don't want any copyright issues. Give me 1 second. I wanted to show you guys something on the last play. Because shout out to Elijah Brown. If you missed it, I want everybody to see it. So here we go. I will go back to that last play. What I noticed right away is on this play, I watched Elijah Brown. And if you watch his head, you watch where he's looking. He looks out here to this out route to get that safety to move over. It's an amazing thing. Just with his head alone, he's locked in, boom, right there. So as he moved out of the pocket, they always call it an off-platform throw. As he moves out to extend the play, that got this safety to turn his hips just by looking over here. And now that's what made Jordan get open. It's great manipulation by the quarterback, and it's kind of underrated. And then shout out to Jordan for just making a catch over the middle, not being afraid of the footsteps. So yeah, man, just wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted everybody to understand that there's a hidden gem on the Colorado wide receiver room that nobody's talking about. And, well, obviously his teammates are. And shout out to Coach Prime for actually putting him out there and making sure he got his recognition. But Onovughe? I can't say the names, bro. I suck. Shout out to me. But congratulations. I look forward to seeing Jordan get healthy, get on the field, play. And no, you don't have to wait till your senior year before you start contributing, man. We ain't Mater Dei. Let's see you get out there and do your damn thing. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all.